Man, how's the tour going?
Very good so far. It's pretty pretty fun to see that finally America is starting to work for us. You know what I mean?
I hear you, man. You guys are the reason we're doing the interview, man. You guys are hitting Silver Springs next week,
Yeah.
last day of the tour, Monday. You're playing the Fillmore, and man, it seems like the last few years, you guys have kind of reached a new level. The last few years, probably within the last 3 to 5 years, over here in the States, reached a completely new level of popularity. I mean, so when you're doing these headline tours over here, things have got to be crazier and just, busier, better shows, just all around.
Yes, and it's about time we get to do a headline tour as well. I mean,
Yeah.
we have been supporting a lot. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's thanks to those support slots that we have such a great turnout now. And I mean, so it's definitely worth it. But it's really nice to be on stage for an hour and a half, being able to play some of the more unexpected songs than the mandatory ones that you have to play when you are trying
Right.
to attract new fans. You know.
Yeah, definitely, man. Especially coming over from Sweden, coming over from Europe, it's almost not even worth it to do like the small, 20-minute support slots. I mean, making a track like that, you almost want to be headlining, because you get to play longer. It makes the trip even more worth it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I totally agree when it's that short set. But I mean, if we're supporting another band, you gotta shorten the set a bit. But I mean, to be honest, I'll happily, if it was one for only one show for 20 minutes, no way. But
Right.
if it's a good support tour with another band we like and we can squeeze in between, 45 minutes to an hour, that's, I'd say it's still worth it because
Yeah.
it's actually fun to play.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, last year you guys were out with Trivium, and I think it was Huntress you were out with last year. This year,
Yeah.
right now, you're out with Leaves Eyes and Battle Beast, which is, dude, talk about a heavy ass tour. I mean, come on. How has this tour for you guys compared to other tours you've done just recently?
Oh, it's very good. I mean, I like the bands
Hmm.
a lot, and it's very, what we call it, I wouldn't call it satisfying. Sorry, wrong vocabulary here, But it's really nice that after, all these years to be able to come back as a headliner and also bring European bands. Not
Hmm.
only nothing wrong with local support, but
Right.
instead of the local pay-to-play band to be able to bring a real tour package, which is
Yeah.
really nice. Obviously, it's a different scale than what we do in Europe because we are a slightly bigger band over there. So
Hmm.
we in our last European tour that we did from January to April, it had well, the biggest show there is 12,000, and the biggest one in
Nice.
America is 2,000. So
Right. Yeah.
it's but a bit of a difference, but it doesn't really matter how many people are there because, if I'm honest, at least the American crowds are much better than the Scandinavian ones.
Yeah. Well, we got a leg up on somebody then. I mean, that's a good thing. So,
Yeah,
but man, last year you guys played Louder Than Life. You guys, the last few years, have been playing a lot more. Have been playing a lot more of the American festivals. Rock on the Range, which is this weekend. I don't think you guys are at Rock on the Range, but you were a year or two ago. Louder Than Life last year. I mean,
yeah.
can you really compare the American festivals over here to the Euro festivals? Like a Wacken or a Download or anything like that. Is there any difference?
There's a huge difference. I mean, Wacken is a very different thing. Download is a little bit closer to what we have what you guys have in the
Okay.
U.S. Wacken is pretty much a different animal altogether.
Okay.
It's, wherever you go, they have their own, what do you call it? They have their own cutlery in the catering that's
Okay.
Wacken branded.
Okay.
Uh, every band gets a piece of art that's, as a sign over their
Awesome.
dressing room. Every dressing room has its own air conditioning. So Wacken is a very, very different experience, both from an artist point of view and a visitor's point of view. Everything is branded in a way, and it's more like fans taking care of other fans
Okay.
feeling from that point of view. And it's 80,000 people or something like that as well.
Yeah.
Um, Download is more like a regular festival.
Okay.
Then I would say somewhere the ones around here. I mean, you get in, you have a trailer for a couple of hours during the day. That's your dressing room. You do a quick changeover. You play the set, and then you are kicked out of your trailer because another band is coming and using it 2 hours after the show.
Okay.
But I mean, obviously, these things also depends on how high you are on the bill.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I wanted to talk about the lineup right now. Tommy's in the band now. Came in late last year, took over from Mr. England. Can you talk about, what you were looking for as a replacement when Tommy came in? What did he bring to the table that made him the perfect man for the job?
Oh, actually, because he's an amazing guitar player, and probably the best singer in the band as well. I mean, he's a lead singer in his own right. Well, we already had him. We approached him already in 2012 when Chris came into the band.
Okay.
We approached Tommy. He couldn't join us at that time, but he was one of the guys we were talking to.
Okay.
And one of the reasons we wanted him is that, other than being, a very good guitar player and singer, was that he has bought tickets to see Sabaton shows. He has made with his own band Sabaton covers. And we thought that, we want somebody in the band who would care about the band and not see it as a job or just another paycheck,
Right.
The fact that he has come to shows and taken fan pictures with us, back 12 years ago or something like that. It's a pretty clear guarantee that at least he likes the band a little bit,
That always helps, if you like the guys you're on the road with. That always, because you become a family when you're on the road. You're with each other every single day. Maybe not all day, every day, but I mean, if you don't like each other,
a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's not going to work if you have to be able to become brothers and family on the road for it to really work,
Yes.
So, you guys are out supporting Last Stand right now, which, I mean, for me, stands right up with the rest of the Sabaton records, fits right in with the rest of the collection. Very, very good choice as far as just themes and lyrical themes for this record. Very cool. What led you guys to really want to write about some of this stuff and take this lyrical approach with really famous Last Stands?
I mean, we actually had something totally different planned up until 3 months before the recording, but we could never get the music we had to match with the stories. I mean, so we just kind of totally shifted it around. And we've had the idea of Last Dance, for, I don't know, since 2013, 14 maybe, or maybe even earlier. I can't remember. We're going to do that album one day. And the original plan that we had didn't work out. I mean, it's still good stories, but the music we had didn't match. So we just thought, well, maybe this is about Last Stand then. And so we changed it around. And it's actually one nice, side effect of that was when we started thinking about Last Stand, there were so many, varied places that's, we're talking about. We're not talking about only World War II here. Yeah. Both in geographically and historically, we're moving between Africa to Asia to, Europe, and also, it spans 2,500 years in time almost,
Yeah.
So from that point of view, it forced us out of our kind of comfort zone, which would be modern warfare, World War I, World War II, and forward.
Yeah.
So that automatically gave it a little bit of a different touch and variation to it. So it was actually kind of cool to do something different, but it's really tricky to do, to try and stay historically correct when you're talking about, what happened on the coast of Greece 2,500 years ago.
Right. Man, so after you're done with this run right now, you finish up on Monday in Silver Springs. Then you guys are going back over to Europe for June, playing a lot of European cities and countries. When can we look forward to you guys coming back to the States? When you're done in Europe, or are you just going to maybe start writing for the next record to come back to a fall run? What are we looking at?
We have nothing confirmed for coming back here yet, but we are looking into it as we speak, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So it would be it would be great to come back, and I mean, since we already have the ball rolling somehow a little bit, it would be stupid not to use that momentum somehow.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can't make any promises because we simply don't know ourselves exactly how it's going to turn out yet.
Right.
But we're for sure not going to take a 2-year break and do nothing. We are going to be producing music and keeping on touring. That's our plan, at least for the next couple of years.
Awesome. Man, I'm looking forward to everything. I will have somebody at the show on Monday. She could not be looking forward to the show more. She's a huge fan, so that's going to be good.
Cool.
Yes, definitely. So Tara will be there. Man, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today, dude. I really appreciate it. This has been outstanding.